I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Winston now to throw on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at its second down. And we get a glance now at the Buccaneer offense.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch twins.
From the gun, Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now here comes Kansas City. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch the twins.
Attack, attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it here with Thompson. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
This is Thompson, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let him know.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Thompson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 40 now on second down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll run on first down. Thompson. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darwin Thompson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it Big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They toss it to Thompson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Mahomes now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On first down, it's Thompson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Thompson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Mahomes going to throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as, that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. That time, a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league. That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots. On 2nd down, Winston again. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. But drop it there. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass. As good as a sack. Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. On play action, Winston. He's got Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
1st down, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now here comes Kansas City. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, Finty.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive. I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter. Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say? Play action. Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it? Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Williams. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Mahomes now up to 200 yards on the nose in this first quarter. Maybe a monster game forthcoming. 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Watkins alone on the left side. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Jameis now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. From the red zone now, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Eckler. Big hold of the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one. The Chiefs on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And this is caught by Watkins. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. Williams loses the football.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Mahomes' pass caught by Watkins. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll be second down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, he's going to go for it all. This is caught, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mahomes completes that to Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Talk about a big 1st half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness and his chipping away at their confidence.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes, blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that's caught inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yards. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as they are able to cut into that lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The end result, 21 yards. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and it's the Browns who are out on top. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Albert Wilson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Andrew Luck has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Williams. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half. Yeah,
if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gay's kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So now they operate back from the side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll try and run with their fullback. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 27, Mahomes going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. 180. Watch tight end. You got 4.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch.
Here's Taylor, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get me.
He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston, he completes it to Evans. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Winston now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. That's caught by Howard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Trying to punch it in with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now here comes Kansas City. Now we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game. trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Jameis now on 1st down. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
86.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah,
looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now in Tampa as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now here's Mahomes. Room to run past midfield. It's Kelsey on the ground. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Byron Pringle, his first touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Normally that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait the second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry for Harris. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is caught. Watkins. And he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stops right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get it out near 40 to the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run with Harris. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And now here comes Kansas City. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They run it again with Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston readies the offense. Down by 10. A minute 52 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Short play like that in this situation, this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Jameis to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And Winston lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
We're going to just who did it.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here's Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.